Good afternoon. I am Atul. I am a product manager in AWS support team. And today I will be walking you through different AWS solutions that you can use yourself to manage your own migrations. And just a heads up, please bear with me. I will be handling two laptops today. Okay, so let's jump here. So this is a follow-up to the breakout session SUP313 that we had earlier in the day. And as discussed there, we have Anna, who is a customer solution manager, and she has been asked to support unicorn company who are looking to exit a data center in very short term. Now, working backwards from the gaps, Anna has created a migration journey for Unicorn Company based on 4 pillars. The first pillar is the end-to-end prescriptive framework. The second pillar talks about upskilling and helping Unicorn teams learn. Third pillar is to set up secure cloud foundations. And fourth pillar is automating migration tasks to expedite the lift and shift of different migrations. Let's start off with the first one, the end-to-end prescriptive framework. So this will help Anna work with other cross-functional teams like IT, security, application owners to assess, mobilize, migrate, and operate across the migration planning. Anna is going to leverage AWS Migration Hub Journey tool, which is currently in preview for managing this overall and planning this tool. So Anna chooses the tool to streamline migration, planning, execution, and tracking all activities in one console. The tool includes default templates for migration and modernization journey that helps visualize activity backlogs, owners, and tracks progress. It allows Anna to collaborate with other AWS staff as well as Unicorn Company staff. And they can start working on this tool even before the Unicorn Company creates their first AWS account. So prior to her first meeting with Unicorn Company, Anna creates a migration space and journey for Unicorn Company, and I am going to show you how. So this is the AWS Migration Hub. Anna clicks on sign up or sign in. Since she is an internal employee, she will sign in with Midway. Unicorn Company can sign in this with AWS Builder ID. So I've already done that work. And as you can see, I'm logged in as Atul. And we go here and try to create a new migration space. So migration space is a construct where all the migrations from Unicorn Company can be clubbed together and all of them can be tracked together. So we click on create migration space, add the name, add description, and once you click here, the space is created. As again, I have done that job, and I click on the Unicorn Company space here. So once she goes to the space, she then moves into team and tries to create different teams who can be provided different sort of permissions. Now, you can click on create team here, again, add your name, provide what it is, and then you can provide different roles here on what that team will do, right? So I have created a core team here already with migration space admin as a list. Next, Anna can go and invite any individual that she wants to. So let's say that she wants to add a program manager for Unicorn Company. She will click on invite here, add the email ID, and then enforce what role that person would be. Is the person going to be an admin or going to be a contributor? And then invite the person. Now, once all of this setup is done, Anna next goes and tries to create a journey. So let me go back here again. So we go to the create migration journey space, and this is where the templates that I was talking about comes into picture. So once you scroll down, you will find that we have already added a lot of standard templates based on migrations. So there are general migration, database migration. We have one for Amazon Connect migration as well. And majority of these templates have been built in collaboration with ProServe team who have used these templates to lead large migrations for enterprise customers. So for today's exercise, I have chosen the general migration, and then you can add name and add by what time you want the migration to be completed. and then create that template here. So as you can see, though, I had created that journey as Unicorn Company initial journey, and the dashboard shows you an overview of the summary, right? So it should have started at 93, 76 plus 17 here, that's 93 unplanned tasks. But as I had been playing around with this, I had completed 17 tasks here. So the overall journey is broken across different phases. And this is the phases that we talked about, the 4 primary phases that we always talk about: assess, mobilize, migrate, and operate. On top of that, Anna can go, or even any other user can go and add multiple phases as and when required. In case of Unicorn Company, there's a team owner called Flamingo who wants to release a new app, a cloud native app for their customers, and they have created a new phase called optimize and reinvent phase, where I will be talking more about later in the demo. Each phase is then broken down into modules. So for example, assess has 12 modules in it: initiate engagement with AWS, map kickoff, governance and tooling. And all of these modules are predefined, but each and every journey can be customized as per the user's requirement, as the migration journey's requirement. Then we can move to the task part, and this is where all the tasks are listed. So if you remember from the dashboard, we had 76 planned tasks. This is where this 76 is, and we had 17 completed tasks. And this provides a very good Kanban view here, where you can easily move tasks from one status to another status. Now I will be switching again. Okay. Yes. Okay, on to the next one. So the next pillar talks about augmenting and building cloud skills for our company. So based on our survey, we have identified that roughly 26% of migrations get stalled or failed because lack of cloud skills. So as part of this, let me move back. So how does Anna identify the lack of cloud skills? So she did a migration readiness assessment as well as a learning needs analysis. And then based on the gaps identified during these two, Anna suggested that the customer should subscribe to Countdown Premium service. So we launched AWS Countdown on Monday night, and AWS Countdown Premium service provides critical support across all phases of cloud projects, from your design to your retrospective. It offers a designated engineer selected from a team of AWS experts who provide proactive guidance and technical advisory. Those engineers get involved from inception to ensure continuity so that they have context of the project. They provide access to subject matter experts. So let's say initially you required a database expert, we added a database expert to you, but now you need someone with an EKS expertise. Then the original engineer can pull in the EKS expert as well. And they leverage support tools to resolve those issues faster. And the best thing about this, the engineer will be present with you during the critical windows such as your sales events or migration cutovers, and will provide fast issue resolution there. This only requires AWS supports at the minimum of business level support plan, and you can buy this. And this is a monthly subscription. The designated engineers help de-risk migrations by providing support for almost all of the common migration platforms. Now I will go back again to the tool and show you how or what Anna did for these migration journeys. So as I mentioned, we talked about the migration readiness assessment and learning needs analysis. So I will quickly jump on to and search across this, identify the migration readiness assessment. Let me move all of this here. So as you can see, I can easily transfer tasks from one stage to another. So at the start of the MRA, Anna performs a pre-workshop activity, and then once done, she moves it back and marks it as complete. She then reviews the objectives and best practices for the MRA, and then again, once that's done, she transfers it back to the completed stage. Now let's deep dive and click what actually she is doing in the MRA stage, right? So she has to perform the workshop activities, and these are all the different agenda that she started with. the executive perspective, what are the trends, discovery, financial enablement, and all. And we have a tool here that you can go to, as well as we have an attached file. So you can go and attach all the relevant files. So Anna went and did the assessment on this tool. So all of this is accessible to your account team, and they can help you manage on how to go and do this assessment. Now, post the assessment, Anna exported all the results, and this is what this looks like. So this is the migration readiness assessment that happened, and as you can see, it has radar chart, heat map, scores, as well as consolidated recommended actions for what the assessment should offer. And all of these can be clubbed together into one place so that you have all of the listed activities and files into one single place. Now, once this is done, Anna can go back and again move this to the completed stage. And then once this is done, she can do the post-workshop activities and mark this as complete. Now, we can go back to the tasks and move to the learning needs analysis. So as you can see, we have already moved that. So we had two different tasks for this. First, Anna conducted a survey, and then based on the survey, she identified the individual learning plans for, from Unicorn company, which they started on. Okay, so moving to the third pillar. The third pillar talks about how do you establish a secure cloud foundation. So Anna helps the customer to set up the cloud foundation and also helps break the traditional silos for Unicorn company. Anna knows that security and compliance are a critical part of cloud for this customer. For this, she organizes an experience-based accelerator platform party, that is EBA platform party. Anna helps Unicorn company understand how an EBA will help adapt their traditional ways of working across people, process, tools, and break down those, again, cross-functional silos. It will help them fast-track installation and validation of the required landing zone and the development of the required operating and governance modules. Now, we will be talking about the well-architected landing zone. So, as of now, since Unicorn company does not have an operational platform and AWS platform, Anna guides the customer to use the landing zone accelerator. It is an AWS open source solution. It's CDK based, and it helps create automated pipelines that allows customers to manage and govern a multi-account and multi-region environment. It is designed to support highly regulated workloads and complex compliance requirements. When used in coordination with other services such as AWS Control Tower and all, this provides a comprehensive low-code solution across 35 plus AWS services. Now, as mentioned earlier, since the Unicorn company has agreed to buy Countdown Premium service, the assigned engineer, Ella, she would help the Unicorn company to configure and manage the landing zone accelerator for them. And all of this can be done during an EBA platform party. Now, the fourth pillar is automated solution for orchestrating migration tasks. Now, Anna helps. So, till now, what we have done that we have migrated the first wave of the data center. Now, we are looking at expediting the remaining lift and shifts. So, Anna helps the customers to expedite the lift and shift by automating steps, right, to cut down on the time. And she is cognizant that this is what the customer needs right now, but the future needs might be pretty different. It might include more complex and will most likely involve refactoring and replatforming as well. To do this, she performs a migration party that builds on the existing landing zone and focuses on the development of patterns for rapid migration, scale operations, scale governance, as well as developing a pipeline for migration candidates and automation. I will jump back to my automation. Oh, this is closed. So we will go back to the migration party here, and I will help you walk through on how Anna helped Unicorn company. So as part of the migration party, Anna first of all conducts a pre-party planning. Once done, they decide a date to conduct the party, and then on the decided date, they conduct the party here. Let me go and deep dive into this again. So as you can see, there are different tools again listed here. So we have a landing zone accelerator, we have application migration services. All of these are built to go and accelerate your lift and shifts, and all of these are free of cost. So the objective of this exercise would be how can a customer own their migrations and do it in an efficient and cost-effective manner. You can also, oh, so once this task is completed, she completes the conduct party exercise, and then she reviews the next steps and the post-party summary and completes this as well. Now, I will be talking about the AWS application migration service. So now, since Unicorn has already migrated thousands of servers to complete their first data center migration, 80% of their servers were rehosted, and all of those were done with the help of application migration service. And they again chose to do it by an EBA, and for the EBA, Anna brought in migration specialists as well as the countdown engineer to help Unicorn company set up and configure MGN to support rehost migrations, and as well as educate the customer on how to leverage the migration factory solution. At the end, we will be talking about, after the data center migration, how the customer still uses the existing solution to launch a new cloud native application called Flamingo for themselves. So this is the EBA modernization party for Flamingo, and first of all, she conducted the pre-party planning. Then once it's completed, she is moved to the completed phase. Then the conduct party comes into play. And once the modernization party is also completed, then she goes back and completes the post-party summary and next steps. So after the launch of this app, Anna helped the Unicorn company to launch a fresh new cloud native app and successfully exit the data center as well. So these were the Unicorn journey's overall outcomes. They were able to exit the data center, and they adhered to the timeline. They met compliance audits since they leveraged the LGA setup, and they accelerated migration and building patterns leveraging the AWS tools. They reduced the average time to migrate a server from 12 hours to 4 hours through automation. Thank you.